It marks 2 years since George Floyd was murdered by a Minneapolis police officer. And with that, it marks 2 years since the widespread demonstrations here in Portland that followed. Jamie Seymour live tonight with a look at the rally that was held in downtown Portland in remembrance of George Floyd. Jamie?
Jeff and Liz, tonight's rally started off pretty quiet in Pioneer Courthouse Square. Some posters, flowers, all for George Floyd. A little over an hour ago, that group of about 50 to 60 people dressed in all black with face coverings started marching through downtown. We saw them blocking a TriMet bus, block traffic near 3rd Avenue near the federal courthouse, all while chanting Black Lives Matter, George Floyd, and no justice, no peace. We've also seen some graffiti along some of the buildings, much of it like this, RIP George Floyd. We've also seen some a little more on the more violent side. But earlier, one local social justice leader at the heart of those early demonstrations says there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. It's been 2 years since George Floyd was murdered by a police officer in Minneapolis, and in the wake of his death spurred protests across the country for racial and social justice and against police brutality. But some locals involved in those early movements say not enough has changed.
Those things that happened before George Floyd died, when he died, and since he died are still happening. We still have those same inequities. We still have the police brutality, police violence.
Floyd's death ignited months of protests in Portland, both peaceful rallies and more violent riots. Teresa Rayford, founder of the social justice organization Don't Shoot Portland, says it's important to recognize the difference between vandalism and the value of someone's life.
And the fact that they can still equate monetary value of a building that might have words on it with the death of someone's child, they need to look at themselves and not us.
In response to 2 years since Floyd's death and subsequent rallies, Portland Police Chief Chuck Lavelle said, quote, "We're grateful to the many positive voices who are working to bring about lasting and meaningful change." Rayford added, while the movement has spurred equity and inclusion, the work is only just beginning.
I just hope that if people are looking for answers, that they'll start working within the communities that have been sharing these answers forever.
Now, Portland police also recognize the anniversary of George Floyd's death, saying they mourn with the community. We've seen them out and about throughout downtown Portland this evening. And as for that rally, those groups of people slowly dispersed. Things are a little bit quieter now in downtown Portland. Reporting live, Jamie Seymour, KOIN 6 News.
All right, Jamie, thank you.